Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line and a new spoiler and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks with Tom Schmitz, Joe Martone sitting in studio with me.
Good morning again, Tom.
I'm gonna try to
enlighten me.
No, I'm gonna try to. I got some ideas of people to bring in, maybe to help me host a little bit of this, co-host with me, if it were like you're doing.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot to do. You can't do this every day. You can't hold my hand every day. I know you're doing it because it's only my second day back, and you're trying to help me out and everything. Like I need to get with Tish because I'm lazy, so I need to get with somebody who's not lazy, Tisha, and get the schedule so I know when people are coming in and when they're not coming in, so I can book guests. And stuff. I know, but she gives it to me on a daily basis.
Oh, you want to go?
I don't look at it. I don't look at it till this morning, and then I was like, oh well, I could have booked somebody. I had 2 hours.
That's it.
But I didn't know that because
you're gonna
I'm
have
not
like
smart.
your own da 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 da
da da da da. Yeah, I have my own like Doc Severn. You know.
Yeah, your backup band. We'll call it.
Yep. So they may bring their piano in and everything.
We'll set them up.
Be good. Be good.
Set them up over there, and
one of them.
I'll move those chairs. They can be right there.
One of them's very attractive. The other one, his name's Chris.
Yeah. We'll look at the attractive one. Put the camera on her.
She is, and she's a ball of fun too. She's very funny, very very smart. Chris, well, he's just Chris. You know.
And we've had some orchestra people or musicians, and there was one lady you would never guess, so nice looking young lady, and then she pulls out the sax, and boy does she rip it. Oh, and they have like I didn't know there was like 4 different sizes to a saxophone.
Oh yeah.
And she had the little one.
There's the soprano, the tenor, the soprano, the alto, the tenor. Or is it the alto, tenor? No, it's alto, tenor, bass, and another sax. There
was a little.
The little bitty ones, the alto.
That's the high notes. Yeah. Boy, but she could rip that. Oh, my. And she could. Oh, my goodness. I looked up. Whoa.
Most of the sax everybody sees when you see a jazz musician playing a sax, that's a tenor sax. Yeah, it's not the biggest one.
Oh, no.
The bass sax is the biggest one.
That's what I like. I like bass.
Yeah. You and me both, pal.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, it ruined me. When I was 13, 14, 15, I was a accomplished singer. That's what I did, is I would sing in school plays and everything. Okay. I was song and dance band. And I got to high school, went with the choral ensemble and with the theater groups and everything.
Yeah.
And about 15, it was late for me.
Yeah.
About 14, between 14 and 15 is when it decided to change.
Oh, you mean you went from the...
I went from being able to sing tenor and sometimes alto.
Yeah.
To I have the bass line.
That's what I like to do.
I don't have anything else but the bass line. I could be the guy in the Statler Brothers go, bop, boom, bop. Oh, no, the Oak Ridge Boys. Bop, boom, bop, mow, mow. You know, I could be Bowser in Sha-Na-Na. You know what I mean?
I went to a where the hell was it?
And you're the same way, by the way. You got the bass clef going on as well.
I was in Spartanburg, South Carolina. They had an air show, big air show with the big hot air balloons and the whole 10 yards.
Oh, you were there to help air up the balloons.
That's right, all this hot air. You'll pay for that later. And there was a group there was singing and everything. And for some reason they had me go up there as a gag kind of thing, and they did that song. And I got that part going, boom, bop, boom, bop, boom, bop, bow, wow. And I kept going, and I sang another one with them. On the spot, they wanted to hire me.
Well, there you go.
Maybe, come on, I would love for you to be in the group.
I had an experience like that. Now, you know, a lot of people may not know this, but you know this. For the past 10, 12, 15 years, I've been in and out of the comedy circuit where I do stand-up comedy around. I've done it in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, South Carolina.
You don't have good material.
No, I write my own stuff. That's why.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I've been in and out of the comedy circuit. I've hosted comedy shows. I've been a feature act, not a headliner, never a headliner, which is
you're the warm-up man.
The feature act, right? or the MC sometimes, the first guy to go.
The
on.
MC's good too.
But so I do this comedy stuff. So, and the way you get better at your craft is you practice at anything. The way you get better is you put the effort into
When
it and
you
you
fall
practice.
flat on your face, you come back up. Yeah.
And so in the comedy world, that's going to open mic nights wherever there may be an open mic.
Yeah.
You do it for free. You don't make any money, but you go and you work on your material and everything.
Oh yeah, you can't be shy. That's for sure.
So there's a local guy around this area that hosts an open mic night all the time. And I called him one night. I was free. I said, hey, you mind if I come? Because I was going to do a comedy show right soon there. I wanted to work on some new stuff. I go, you mind if I come to where you're doing your comedy show and get on the open mic? He goes, no, that's fine. He told me where it's at and everything. Yeah. So I get there. There's a list of about 16 comics. Some of them very good, some of them very bad.
16 comics over, what, 3 hours, 4 hours?
Yeah, about that. 5 minutes, 8 minutes apiece. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So some of them good, some of them terrible.
As usual.
So because I was so late calling him to get on the bill and everything, I'm the last person to go up.
Oh, okay.
When I tell you the last person to go up, I mean there were 7 comics still in the room. The guy throwing the open mic night, the bartender, and about 3 horribly inebriated loudmouth drunks.
So you were just...
But it's an open mic. It doesn't matter. I don't care what the audience is. I'm just trying to work out material. And the hardest people to get to laugh, by the way, are comics.
Drunks.
Or
comics. Yeah, well, yeah.
You're drunk. You can either get them to laugh or they're jackrabbits, you know.
Yeah.
I almost said jackasses, but I didn't.
No, you didn't. No, we don't want to talk about donkeys.
I almost said that, but I didn't. So I go up, I do the thing, I get done. I don't know if this was a backhanded compliment or what, but here's what the guy tells me. I do my set, the whole room, all 14 people hurt themselves laughing at the bits I did.
Okay.
He literally says this to me as I'm coming off stage. He goes, well, damn, if I'd known you were that funny, I'd have put you up earlier.
Oh.
Is that a compliment or is that, I didn't know how to take that.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to take it either. No.
If I knew you
you
were
ever go
that
back?
funny, not to his show.
Why not?
I just hadn't had the time yet. Yeah. Although he's doing a show now again that I'm going to start doing it because I've been talking to a venue here that we're probably going to start a comedy night back up that I used to host regularly. I hosted it for 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Called the Last Sunday Comedy Night. So we may start doing that.
For it. You have to have a good
This is a great venue.
Well, good. Then they can market on us.
It's a great venue.
They can come and talk about it on the air.
I'm not going to tell the venue or anything. But
No, we used to do it where, well, now they turned it into a college. It used to be big orange.
Yeah, at where Rasmussen is now.
Yeah, it used to be Urban Cowboy.
It was called OEC.
Yes.
Ocala Entertainment Complex.
And we were
in the very back there. You did there was a comedy show back there.
Right, and we did it, and they paid to
Bonkers Comedy Club.
That was it. Yes, yep. Bonkers.
You and I and Dan and Melissa and Patsy and we all went one night. My buddy James Yon, who's a very good friend of mine, the big African American gentleman was doing the stage, and by the end of it, remember he was in a bikini top and a thong bottom and.
Oh no, that wasn't there. That was at the Riley.
Well, that was at the Riley, but he did it.
Well,
he did it at Bonkers as well.
I didn't see that Bonkers.
Oh yeah,
I see it at the Riley.
Yeah.
And there was the one time they had a hypnosis gentleman.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, and then
Doug McCraw.
I don't remember who it was.
I do.
But it was 2 levels.
I was there.
We got to go on the second level
right.
and watch everybody get...
The VIP area that was right above the bar where you could look down into the bar or across at the stage.
And it was something... I loved it because I watched the crowd develop.
Right.
Little at a time and sober. And as I left, the police were just waiting outside, waiting for everybody.
Yeah. The last time I did stand-up comedy was at a place here in town. I won't say the name of it, but it's right past It's right past.
You don't have to even describe where it is.
It's right past Pie. Just tell you that.
Describe where it is.
Nobody even know. Even if I just said it's right past Pie, nobody knows where it is still to this day.
Well, they can mark it with us, and everybody would know.
Best kept secret in Ocala. But anyway, they did a comedy show there. About 125, 130 people showed up.
Oh yeah.
And it was one heckler.
You?
Nope.
Oh well, thank goodness.
So after about 6 comics, it was my turn.
And the heckler got at you?
About a minute and a half into my set, there was no longer a heckler.
Oh, you shot him down.
I can't tell you how I shot him down in the air because the FCC would frown on that.
Yeah, thank you very much.
But I know that they said, well, I'm never going to talk again. And they didn't the rest of the show.
That's it. Up in North Carolina, I can talk about this because the place burnt down to the ground. It's not there anymore. But they used to, every Thursday nights, it used to be a comedy night.
Right.
And there's a circuit, we'll call it a circuit. And it's an organization that has all these comics, and they just follow a circuit around the United States.
Right, yeah.
And they come in, and every Thursday night you would have a different comic from wherever.
Right.
And it could be a no name or it could be a great name. And like you said, but we only had one comic. It wasn't a bunch of them, just one comic.
Right.
And some of them, I just sat there, and if you get me laughing, that's it. I'm done. But I just sat there, and I'm saying, okay, when is he going to be funny? And I felt so, and he was trying to work the crowd and all these guys are semi-pros because they're on the circuit. But the whole crowd was like dead fish.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, and it just, whatever.
He bombed is what you're saying.
Bombed. It wasn't below bombed. He was in the basement. And I felt so bad. And I'm sitting there, my best buddy there, and he popped champagne, and he's pouring it, and that was part of his act.
Right.
Then he put the champagne on our table. And so you could finish it up, and they're trying to do anything
to win over the crowd.
Somebody, please laugh. And I couldn't even muster up a pity laugh. It was just, when you go to and you take a quick shower. You know how you take a quick shower? You wash over here, and you wash over there. And we're all looking at him going,
okay.
Yeah.
Crickets.
Yeah, crickets, exactly. I have corny jokes, and at least somebody will give a chuckle or a pity laugh because it's that corny.
Yeah, you had earlier today, you told me a joke that was so terrible it was funny.
Exactly. His were terrible because they were just
terrible.
Dry toast.
Right.
Dry toast.
I bombed one night prolifically bad.
And it feels so.
I mean, it was but me being the person I am.
Yeah.
And you know me.
You just keep going.
I get done, and I mean it's crickets.
Yeah.
And I went for 12 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And there was nothing. I may have got one chuckle, and it's material that I know is good because it kills at other places.
That's what.
But in this room, it just didn't work.
I did the
but
same.
But me being me.
Oh, you won't stop till you leave.
I said, I don't care who you are. You're just idiots because that's funny what I just did. And I walked off stage. The guy in the back goes, you can't call the audience idiots. I go, a little too late to tell me that now, isn't it? You idiot. Now give me my money.
Years ago, with the Lions Club, I used to be a Lion, and I did a shtick during one of our meetings, and they're on the floor. I mean, they're on the floor, and they're laughing and everything. And I wouldn't tell jokes. I would tell almost like a Bill Cosby.
You tell stories.
Tell stories. And so they had this big Lions Club event, and they're all everything, and they auctioned this off, and they needed an MC kind of thing. And so you got to do this, okay. So I had a guy on the floor with cue cards, so I wouldn't forget anything. So I was nervous, a little nervous, But I went up there and I did that whole damn thing.
Bombed.
One guy in the back was laughing. The rest was like, I'm going, what the hell? Everybody else is laughing their butt off.
It's the same stories.
It's the same stories. Same me.
Right.
But it was like, and I tried to make a joke. Come, give me that cue card. Did I say that wrong? No, I said it right. I mean, the whole thing. I couldn't save it. I couldn't do nothing.
Happens all the time.
Couldn't. And I felt so bad because I was the entertainment, and it was like, I'm not entertaining.
I tell you, one of my favorite MC jobs that I ever did. I did the Lincoln Reagan Day dinner for the Marion County REC, the Republican Executive Committee.
Yeah,
and they told me, because they knew that of my brand of humor, they go, look, we know you're self-deprecating. We know you like to goof on people. We need you to have some little humor, but we don't need you to tell jokes. But you can tell one joke, just one, and that's it. And then keep the thing moving, to get the speaker up and everything. So it was the shortest joke I've ever told, and it got the best response. But it's because you have to know your room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, this is in 2015.
Were they all stuffed shirts?
They were Republican leadership and everything. 2015. It is black tie, by the way.
Oh, stuffed shirts.
It's black tie. The mayor's there.
He's
Stan
not stuffed
McLean's
shirt.
there. Michelle
He's not
Stone.
stuffed shirt.
No. But black tie affair. Charlie was there.
Okay,
Charlie
yeah.
Stone.
I like him. Yeah.
Black tie. The who's who of politics in Marion County.
Right.
So I get up there. This is 2015. Right before the whole election thing happened with Donald Trump and all. But they're starting to run, and Joe Biden doesn't know whether it's his turn to run or whether Hillary's going to run. Remember how they were having that thing?
Yeah.
So I get up, I go, this is how you got to know your room. I go, they told me that they didn't want me to monopolize you by telling jokes all night. So they told me I could tell one joke. So here it goes. Joe Biden.
That was it.
The room died.
That was the whole joke.
That was the whole joke. Here's my one joke. Joe Biden. And for those out there to say, "Hi, Tom, you're making fun of the president," I don't care. Shut up. If you don't
Vice
like,
president, yeah.
if you don't like that I'm making fun of Joe Biden, move to Russia, where the government controls what people say on the radio.
Get your tongue out.
But that's because I knew my room. Now, if I'd have been talking to a Democratic group, I'd have said, "Hey, I got one joke. One joke. Okay, Donald Trump." They'd have died. They thought it was hilarious.
Everybody has the shortest joke. I have St. Patty's Day. I have the shortest joke.
Okay.
An Irishman walked out of the pub.
You know what? First off, that's unbelievable. An Irishman walks out of a pub. No, he didn't. Not going to happen. And then you do it in your Irish accent. That even probably makes it better.
That helps. An Irishman walks out of the pub, don't you know? Yeah.
No, I don't know, because that would not happen.
That's what that happened. And I do have my one favorite Irish joke, and it's a lengthy one, but it is clean and it is funny, and I love it.
See, and jokes are different than comedy. That's what people never seem to understand.
Right. Yeah.
Telling a joke and doing comedy, two separate things. I could tell you jokes all day that I know, all kind of good, clean jokes, jokes that aren't clean.
Yeah.
Like the dirtiest joke ever is a white horse fell in a mud puddle.
Right. And if it depends how much you've drank, and
right.
if it's funny or not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know lots of jokes. But comedy is about telling stories, about relating to situations in life that everybody in the audience will understand as well.
Exactly.
Like I tell a joke that I used to weigh, and I'm back down doing it, but I said I used to weigh 300 pounds. When I was 260, I said I used to weigh 320 pounds. And I had a girl that come up to me after I started losing weight, and I lost 80 pounds. She goes, "Tom, you lose another 20 pounds, I might think about going to bed with you." I told her I lost 20 more pounds. I wasn't going to bed with her.
Oh no.
That's a great joke.
No, that's mean. That's a mean joke. Oh, that's mean. Oh, I didn't know you're that mean.
That's a great joke.
No, it's not.
I tell a lot of good Catholic jokes because I'm Catholic.
Yeah,
who knows the best jokes about your religion? Like you want to hear good jokes about the Jewish faith? Yeah. Ask somebody Jewish.
Such a deal. 25 cents.
You want to know good
2 for
Catholic
50?
jokes?
Yeah.
Ask some Catholics.
Oh, here's a joke for you. You want a joke? I'll give you a quick joke.
Joe Mart's home.
That's it. No, that's a chuckle. That's a chuckle. No, there was a minister, a rabbit, and a priest. They all walked in the bar.
A minister, a rabbi, and a priest.
No,
a rabbit.
Minister, I said it right. A minister, a rabbit, and a priest walked into the bar. And the bartender looked at him and looked at the rabbit and said, "What are you doing here?" He says, "Autocorrect. Don't ask me."
That's pretty good. Autocorrect. Don't ask me. That's pretty good. And for those of you know the aggravation of autocorrect, that's exactly what Joe's talking about.
If you don't.
If you go on to some of these like Reddit and Pinterest.
What is Reddit?
It's a site that people post just like Instagram or something, but they post receipts. That's just another platform to see things.
Okay.
But Reddit, Pinterest, you'll see.
Pinterest I've watched.
You'll see people put out there autocorrect conversations that they text with their parents and stuff.
Yeah, no.
And some of these are just...
Yeah.
Mom, what are you saying? It's not me, it's autocorrect.
Yeah.
And I'm really thinking... Mom really said that.
Have you now with these phones, you pick them up and you press it and you just talk in it and prints it all up.
Oh yeah.
Well, and I used to just talk, press, and go.
You can't do. You got to
No
proofread.
more.
Got to proofread.
I proofread it. That's not what I said. There's no such word.
Gotta proofread.
Where's it come up with that word?
Well, some of the words.
I'm learning new words.
Some of the words that it prints in there. I said, I didn't say that word.
I know.
I said trucking.
Right.
I mean? But because I've used the other word a lot, it's in my autocorrect way above trucking.
I didn't even know they put that in there.
No, you can add once you put a word in that it doesn't recognize, then you say save it and it'll hold it.
I don't know, but I don't have save it.
Or if you use it like the new phones, if you use it more than once, then it automatically saves
That's what mine does.
as a word.
As a word. Which is good.
So I got all 7 words that George Carlin said you're not supposed to say on TV or radio. I got those in my phone.
Well, it stays in your phone, not over the microphone.
No, not over the microphone.
We're all right then.
Because we learned a long time ago with my experience in radio, 2 things you never assume: an unloaded gun and a dead microphone.
Yeah, Mike's all
Ask
live.
Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. Did you see that over the weekend?
No.
Troy Aikman and Joe Buck were watching the flyover.
Okay.
And Troy Aikman goes,
Flyover.
Well, yeah, flyover a football game. The Jets come over.
Thank you. Yeah.
He goes, what a waste of jet fuel to do this flyover. And what he meant was there was about 3,000, 4,000 people in the stands.
Oh.
Okay, so, and Troy said that, and then Joe Buck says, there's your tax dollars at work, folks. As the flyover's going. Yeah. And Troy Aikman goes, you'd never see that in a Kamala Biden ticket. If they win, you'll never see that. What they failed to realize is a lot of these flyovers, people think these flyovers cost money, and they do, but they're also because you got a pilot in a seat that needs some training, and maybe their naval base. If you have to be exactly, you got to hit it as they finish home of the brave, and you need to fly over the stadium right at that moment. That's exactly how you do a bombing run. In combat, you have to be at a certain place at a pinpoint time. So these flyovers are also used as training missions.
Speaking of flyovers, we had a flyover here yesterday with the helicopters.
Did we?
Because Mr.
Well,
Trump,
Mr. Trump will be here.
No, President Trump.
President Trump will be in the Villages at the Polo Fields today.
What time? We don't know yet.
We do not know. But yeah, I saw the C-130s fly over yesterday. I saw the Black Hawks fly over yesterday.
They start flat.
No, that's not the C-130s. Like but no, I know those are C-7s or something. But yeah, the ones that they look like helicopters and then the propellers turn and they're regular. But the one I saw, I think C-130.
You've seen it, okay?
Yeah, I seen it. It had jets on it, not propellers.
Whoa. Well, usually they have 3, so you can't guess which one he's in.
Right.
Logically.
Well, this was not Air Force One. This was, I bet that we're going to get a lesson right now.
I hope so. Is that Jim?
I'm sure. We got about a minute and a half. Hi, caller. Who's this?
Morning, guys. This is Hugh calling.
You got about a minute, Hugh.
Say, real quick, if the president's going to be in the Villages, where does the big plane land? At Ocala or Leesburg or somewhere else?
It lands in Ocala. He'll be landing in Ocala, and then his motorcade will take him to the Villages.
Or helicopter.
Or helicopter. Yeah, Marine One may take him to the Villages.
Thank you very much. Enjoying your programming.
All right.
Thanks,
That's what I like to hear. Pass the word.
Yeah, so yeah, you're right. It'll either be Marine 1 or Marine 2 or,
Yeah, I think it's Marine 1 or 2 or either or.
Right, or the motorcade.
So we can do this here, and let's see. We got about a minute?
About a minute.
Got a minute.
Got about a minute. So
all right, give me a second.
Now, when we get back, I got to remember jetpacks. Remember when you were a kid that you people said it had the jetpacks?
What time is President Trump going to be at Ocala, Florida? Let's see.
You mean the Villages Polo Ground?
Yeah, well,
I know. I didn't listen to you, did it?
No, what to bring, what to know. But
imagine that. The phone doesn't listen to you. I don't listen to you. Dan doesn't listen to you. No. Nobody listens.
What time will President Trump be at the Polo Grounds in the Villages today?
Let's see what it tells you.
It says it's not talking to me today.
Oh, it's not talking to you today.
It's mad at me.
Well, we'll get that information back when we come back from break at the top of the hour. Because I want to talk to you about jetpacks as well. Hey, and at 10:30, Ocala Magazine will be here to round out this week's show. And then at 11, Conservative Watch comes in. Joe will be running the board for Conservative Watch at 11. And
the event starts at 4:30 today.
The event starts at 4:30 today at the Polo Fields.
That's right.
In the Villages. You're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA. The Source.
Here you go.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pride.
Thursday's presidential debate.
Those small businesses, you got 1 in 6 of them going under. They're not going to be able to make it back. They passed a package that allows us to be able to call PPP. Money is supposed to go to help them do everything from organize how they can deal with their businesses being open safely. Schools, how they can make classrooms smaller, how they can hire more teachers, how they can put ventilation systems in. They need the help.
Small businesses, by raising the minimum wage, that's not helping. I think it should be a state option. Alabama is different than New York. New York is different from Vermont. Every state is different. It should be a state option.
You said very
recently. We have to help. It's very important. We have to help our small businesses. How are you helping your small businesses when you're forcing wages? What's going to happen, and what's been proven to happen, is when you do that, these small businesses fire many of their employees.
USA Radio News.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule. Changing the world, one life at a time.
The product that you have given me here is, as far as I'm concerned, sent to me from heaven. I love it a great deal. It's hard to find anything that's real nowadays. I enjoy it immensely. It's making my life so much better. I feel so much better. And during this pandemic, I have no worries whatsoever. My immune system has got to be at a top-notch level. I don't seem to get colds or anything. I don't know what getting sick is anymore. This is so cool.
Experience the Balance of Nature difference for yourself. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or by going to balanceofnature.com and make sure to receive this special radio offer by using discount code USA.
Today in Ag News, I'm a Southeast AgNet. Well, the Florida Citrus Commission this week approved a revised 2020-2021 operating budget for the Florida Department of Citrus of nearly $19.8 million. They voted to sustain the preliminary budget that was set back in June prior to the October crop forecast coming out through a box assessment of 12 cents on oranges used for processing, plus up to $1 million in fund balance. The 12-cent assessment on processing oranges is up from 7 cents last season. Box assessments for fresh orange, grapefruit, and specialty citrus remain the same as the previous year at a nickel, 7 cents, and 7 cents, respectively. Commission Chairman Ned Hancock, a grower from Avon Park, expressed concern about increasing costs at a time when the crop is expected to be down. He said, I know we have a unique opportunity because of COVID-19 to build awareness, but when I put on my grower hat, I'm not sure my finances will carry over this year. Now, the agency had to scramble to revise the budget for the current fiscal year after the U.S. Department of Agriculture this month forecast a 15% decline in orange production for the recently started 2020-2021 growing season as compared to last season. Now, the marketing campaign, which Florida orange growers will be paying more to keep up a surge in juice sales, is expected to target people that have changed habits spurred by the COVID-19 pandemic. More of this story can be found on AgNet Media's Citrus News website, citrusindustry.net.
Whether at your local green market, corner grocery store, or neighborhood restaurant, you're supporting your community when you buy local.
Food grown right here by Florida farmers doesn't need to be shipped as far.
That saves fuel and cuts emissions.
Buying local is more than just supporting area businesses and growers.
It's buying fresh, wholesome, and delicious food for your family.
Products you trust from people you trust.
Fresh from Florida.
Good for the environment.
Good for the economy.
Good for you.
Randall Wiseman, Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the Source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.